Every moment of your life is a battle for your dream. It's not something you get by waiting or hoping. It's something you earn by fighting for it. Every single day. You have to decide right now whether you're willing to put everything on the line to make it happen. Because dreams don't come to those who sit back and wait. They come to those who go after them with relentless energy. You have to train yourself to see every challenge as an opportunity, every setback as a lesson. The road to your dream is not smooth. It's filled with obstacles, doubts, and distractions. But each of those obstacles is a test of your resolve. They are moments designed to separate those who want something from those who are willing to work for it. If you want to reach your highest potential, you must develop the mindset that nothing will stop you. Not fear, not failure, not even the opinions of others. Most people never fully realize their potential because they stop too soon. They give up when things get hard. They allow temporary discomfort to dictate their long-term future. But the truth is, your dream is worth more than temporary struggle. It's worth more than the easy way out. If you want something that most people will never have, you have to be willing to do what most people will never do. This means pushing beyond your limits, training your mind to stay focused when distractions arise, and refusing to let fatigue or frustration take control. You are stronger than you realize. Your capacity for resilience is greater than you've been led to believe. Every time you force yourself to continue when most people would stop, you are building a version of yourself that is unstoppable. This is not about talent. This is not about luck. This is about who is willing to fight harder, longer, and with more intensity. If you want to live a life others can only dream about, you must develop the discipline to fight for it every single day. It starts with your daily habits. Your routine sets the tone for your discipline. If you allow comfort to dictate your actions, you are training yourself to avoid the very challenges that will make you stronger. Set a standard for yourself that is unbreakable. Wake up with purpose. Move with intention. Train your body. Sharpen your mind. Prepare yourself to handle everything that comes your way, because the world will test you. It will throw obstacles in your path to see how badly you want it. And if you are not ready, you will find yourself making excuses instead of making progress. Excuses are the enemy of success. Every time you justify why you can't do something, you are reinforcing a mindset of limitation. Instead, ask yourself, what is the solution? How can I make progress today? This shift in thinking separates those who achieve greatness from those who settle for mediocrity. The people who win are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who refuse to let failure define them. Every setback is a stepping stone. Every moment of doubt is an opportunity to prove to yourself that you are stronger than you think. Your dream is not a distant fantasy. It is something you can have, but only if you are willing to fight for it. Most people never reach their full potential because they never push themselves beyond what is comfortable. They make half-hearted attempts. They stop when it gets hard. But if you want to be different, you must train yourself to push past the point where most people quit. This is where the real growth happens. This is where you develop the kind of strength that sets you apart. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you are training yourself to win. Every time you push yourself to take action when fear tries to hold you back, you are reinforcing your power. And every time you refuse to let temporary setbacks stop you, you are declaring to the world that you are serious about your dream. This is not about talent. It's not about luck. It's about who is willing to fight the hardest for the longest without stopping. Your mindset determines everything. If you believe that obstacles are permanent, you will be defeated by them. But if you train yourself to see every challenge as temporary, every setback as a lesson, you will develop the kind of mental toughness that ensures you never quit. This is why you must guard your thoughts. Do not let negativity take root. Do not entertain doubt. Train your mind to focus on solutions. Train your mind to see every difficulty as an opportunity to become stronger. Because the stronger your mind, the easier it is to push through the physical challenges. Most people focus on external factors, talent, opportunity, luck. But the truth is, the only thing that really matters is your internal drive. Your ability to push forward when everything inside you is screaming to stop. Your capacity to keep going when no one is watching. Your willingness to do the work even when you don't feel like it. This is what separates those who succeed from those who fail. And this is what you must cultivate if you want to reach your highest potential. Every day is a new chance to strengthen your resolve. Every moment of struggle is a chance to build the kind of character that lasts a lifetime. Every time you choose to fight instead of making excuses, you are training yourself to become unstoppable. This is not something that happens overnight. It is built through consistent, purposeful action. It is developed by pushing yourself beyond what is easy, by embracing discomfort, by training your mind and body to operate at a higher level. If you are serious about your dream, you must be serious about your daily habits. Your routine must reflect the kind of discipline required to win. If you are wasting time on things that do not serve your goal, you're training yourself to lose. If you're allowing distractions to dictate your focus, you're weakening your resolve. But if you are intentional about every action you take, if you are disciplined about how you spend your time, you're building a future where your dream becomes reality. Your dream is worth the fight. It is worth the struggle. It is worth the discipline. And the only question you need to answer is, are you willing to do what it takes? Are you willing to push through the discomfort? Are you willing to train yourself to fight every single day, no matter what? Because if you are, nothing can stop you. Nothing will be too difficult. No obstacle will be strong enough to break your resolve. This is how winners are made. This is how greatness is built. And this is how you will become the kind of person who achieves everything they've ever dreamed of. The battle for your dreams starts with a decision. It's not a matter of waiting for the right time or hoping for the perfect opportunity. It's about recognizing that every moment wasted is a moment taken from the future you want. When I made the commitment to fight for my dreams, I realized that nothing would change unless I changed the way I thought and acted. The first step in this journey is taking responsibility. Not blaming circumstances, not pointing fingers at others, not waiting for someone to rescue you. Taking complete ownership of where you are and where you're headed. Your dreams will never fight for themselves. They require you to step up, to push back against the obstacles, to refuse to let fear dictate your choices. Most people never realize this. They spend their lives waiting for motivation, waiting for inspiration, waiting for the perfect conditions. But the truth is, the perfect conditions never arrive. You create the conditions by deciding, by committing, by taking action. When you understand this, you stop making excuses and start making progress. Every time you hesitate, you give your dream another reason to slip away. Every time you delay, you reinforce the idea that your dreams are optional. But they are not optional. They are essential. They are the reason you wake up every day. They are the reason you push through the hard times, the reason you refuse to settle for anything less than your best. And if you want them to become a reality, you must be willing to fight. Fighting for your dreams means developing a mindset that refuses to accept defeat. It means training yourself to see every setback as a lesson, every failure as a stepping stone, every challenge as an opportunity to grow. Most people allow obstacles to break their spirit. They let difficulty convince them to quit. But when you decide to fight, you make a different choice. You decide that no matter what happens, you will keep moving forward. This is not about wishful thinking. This is not about empty motivation. This is about a relentless, unwavering commitment to do whatever it takes. It's about waking up every day with a clear purpose and a burning determination to move closer to your goals. It's about refusing to let anything stop you. When you adopt this mindset, you shift from being a passive observer of your life to becoming the main character in your own story. The world will not hand you success. It will not knock on your door and offer you everything you've ever wanted. You must take it. You must demand it. You must work for it every single day. And the moment you fully accept this, the moment you stop waiting and start working, is the moment your life begins to change. Every great achievement in history was won through struggle. Every breakthrough, every moment of success, every time someone defied the odds, it was because they chose to fight. They chose to push back against doubt, against fear, against the voices that told them it was impossible. And if they could do it, so can you. But you must be willing to pay the price. The price is not just hard work. It's not just time. It's the willingness to be uncomfortable, to face rejection, to experience failure, to keep going when most people would stop. It's the commitment to show up every day and give your best, even when your best feels like it's not enough. It's the determination to rise after you fall, to learn after you lose, to keep moving forward no matter what. Most people avoid discomfort. They seek the easy path, the path of least resistance. But the easy path does not lead to greatness. It leads to mediocrity. It leads to a life of regret, of wondering what could have been if only you'd been stronger, bolder, more willing to fight. The hard path, the path that requires struggle, sacrifice, and relentless effort, is the path that leads to everything you've ever wanted. Every day you wake up, you have a choice. You can choose to fight, or you can choose to settle. You can choose to push forward, or you can choose to stay comfortable. You can choose to build the future you desire, or you can choose to let life pass you by. And the choice you make today will shape the rest of your life. Fighting for your dreams begins with clarity. You must know exactly what you are fighting for. Most people drift through life without a clear purpose, without a specific goal, without a vision that pulls them forward. If you do not have a clear target, you will never hit it. If you do not have a specific dream, you will never build the momentum needed to achieve it. Your dreams must be vivid. They must be so clear in your mind that you can see them, feel them, taste them. The more specific your dream, the more power it has over your actions. If your dream is vague, if it's just something you kind of want, you will not have the energy to fight for it when things get tough. But if it is crystal clear, if it is something you can picture in detail, it will pull you forward, even on the hardest day. This is why most people fail. They have weak, undefined goals. They say they want to be successful, but they cannot define what success looks like. They say they want to be wealthy, but they have no specific number in mind. They say they want to be fit, but they have no deadline or plan. Without clarity, there is no direction. Without direction, there is no progress. Once your dream is clear, the next step is commitment. You must be fully committed to the fight, not half-heartedly involved, not casually interested, fully, completely, unconditionally committed. Commitment means you do not quit when things get hard. Commitment means you do not waver when obstacles appear. Commitment means you are all in, no matter what. Most people are not committed. They are interested. And there is a huge difference. When you are interested in something, you will work on it when it is convenient. When you are committed, you will work on it regardless of the circumstances. Interest is weak. Commitment is powerful. And only those who are truly committed will win the fight for their dreams. This level of commitment requires a shift in how you see your dream. Your dream is not optional. It is not just something you will pursue if everything goes well. It is non-negotiable. The moment you see it this way, the moment you stop treating it like a side project and start treating it like your mission, is the moment everything changes. With commitment comes discipline. You must develop the discipline to show up every day and work toward your dream, even when you do not feel like it. Most people rely on motivation. They wait until they feel inspired, until they feel ready, until they feel like working. But winners do not wait. They do not rely on feelings. They understand that the fight is won through consistent, disciplined action. Discipline means you have a plan and you stick to it. You do not negotiate with yourself. You do not allow your mind to talk you out of what you know you need to do. You set your schedule, you follow through, and you execute. This is what separates those who succeed from those who fail. Those who succeed have developed the ability to act, even when they do not feel like it. This level of discipline is not something you are born with. It is something you build. It is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. And the stronger it becomes, the easier it is to take action. But it starts with one simple decision: to do what you said you would do, no matter what. Fighting for your dreams requires courage. You must be willing to face fear head on. Most people allow fear to control them. They let fear of failure stop them from taking risks. They let fear of judgment stop them from pursuing their passion. They let fear of the unknown keep them stuck in a life that does not fulfill them. But courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the ability to act in spite of fear. Every time you feel fear, you have a choice. You can let it stop you, or you can use it as fuel. Every great achievement in history was built on the backbone of courage. Every breakthrough, every moment of success, every time someone defied the odds, it was because they chose to act, even when they were scared. And if you want to win, you must do the same. This is why most people never reach their full potential. They let fear dictate their decisions. They let fear convince them to stay safe, to play small, to avoid risk. But the truth is, safety does not lead to success. Comfort does not lead to greatness. The only way to build the life you want is to step into the unknown, to take risks, to embrace the struggle, to keep moving forward even when you are terrified. Courage is built through repetition. The more you face your fears, the less power they have over you. The first time you take a risk, it feels overwhelming. The second time, it gets easier. The third time, it becomes automatic. Most people never push through the initial discomfort. They try something once, feel fear, and decide it is too hard. But if you want to win, you must push past the fear over and over again until fear no longer controls you. Every time you step into the arena, every time you take action despite your fear, you become stronger. You build confidence. You build resilience. You prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. And with each act of courage, you move closer to your dreams. Fighting for your dreams also means developing an unstoppable work ethic. Talent is not enough. Intelligence is not enough. You can be the most gifted person in the world. The first step in fighting for your dream is understanding that no one else will do it for you. There will be no savior, no magic opportunity, no one to push you out of bed when the alarm goes off. It's all on you. The moment you accept that responsibility, the moment you stop waiting for permission, the moment you stop blaming circumstances, you take the first real step toward making your dream a reality. It's not about talent. It's not about luck. It's about ownership. When you take full ownership of your path, you eliminate excuses and create momentum. Nothing stands between you and what you want. Not background, not limitations, not obstacles. Just you and your commitment to fight for it every single day. Winning the battle for your dream requires clarity. If you don't know exactly what you're fighting for, you'll waste energy chasing distractions. You need a clear vision, something so compelling that it pulls you forward even when motivation fades. This vision must be written down, not just a vague idea in your head. You need to see it, feel it, internalize it. The clearer the picture, the stronger the drive. Most people never get this right. They say they want success, but they haven't defined what success means to them. They chase other people's dreams instead of their own. When you try to build a life based on someone else's vision, you'll always feel unfulfilled. Your dream must be yours. Something that ignites a fire deep inside, something that makes you want to get up and fight even when the odds are against you. Once you have clarity, the next step is commitment. A real commitment, not just words. Commitment means showing up when it's hard. It means pushing forward when you don't feel like it. It means doing the work even when no one is watching. Most people make half-hearted commitments. They say they want something, but their actions tell a different story. They quit too soon. They back off at the first sign of resistance. They stop when it gets uncomfortable. But if you're going to fight for your dream, you must be all in. No retreat, no hesitation, no backup plan. A commitment like that changes everything. It eliminates doubt. It silences the inner critic. It makes you unstoppable. The battle for your dream will test you. It will push you. It will expose weaknesses you didn't know you had. But every test is an opportunity. Every obstacle is a lesson. Every moment of struggle is a chance to grow. There's no progress without resistance. You cannot build strength without stress. You cannot develop character without challenges. The pain you feel when things get tough is not a sign to quit. It's a sign that you're in the right place. If you're not being challenged, you're not growing. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not evolving. Real success is built in the fire of adversity. It's forged in the moments when you decide to keep going, even though it would be easier to stop. You must train your mind to see setbacks as setups. Every failure is feedback. Every mistake is a lesson. Every delay is an opportunity to improve. Most people let failure defeat them. They take it personally. They let it convince them that they're not good enough, that their dream is too far away, that they should settle for less. But winners do the opposite. They analyze their failures, adjust their strategy, and keep moving forward. They know that in the fight for their dreams, every stumble is an invitation to rise stronger. This mindset separates those who succeed from those who give up. It's not that successful people never fail. They fail more often. They just refuse to let failure define them. They use it as fuel. Discipline is the backbone of this fight. Without discipline, motivation is useless. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you'll feel energized. Other days you'll want to quit. But if you rely on motivation, you'll always be inconsistent. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward when motivation fades. It's what makes you execute your plan even when you don't feel like it. It's what turns action into habit and habit into success. You must train yourself to act regardless of how you feel. If you say you're waking up at 5, you wake up at 5. If you commit to a workout, you do it no matter what. If you set a deadline, you meet it. Discipline means doing what you said you would do when you said you would do it. And when you build that level of consistency, you build a life that moves forward no matter what. Your environment plays a critical role in this fight. If you're surrounded by people who doubt you, who question your dream, who justify their own failures instead of supporting your success, it will be harder to stay committed. Your environment must reinforce your vision. You need people around you who push you, who challenge you, who remind you why you started. But more importantly, you must protect your own mindset. Stop consuming things that weaken your resolve. Stop filling your mind with negativity, with distractions, with things that drain your energy. Your mind is the battlefield. If you let it be filled with doubt and fear, it will work against you. But if you fill it with strength, with determination, with focus, it will drive you forward. You must create an environment that demands success and punishes complacency. Fighting for your dream means developing an unshakable belief in yourself. The world will try to convince you that your dreams are unrealistic, that they're too big, that you're not capable. But those are just opinions. They don't define you. Your belief must be stronger than the doubt. Your conviction must be deeper than the criticism. If you listen to every voice that tells you to stop, you'll never start. But if you train yourself to trust in your vision, to believe in your ability to make it happen, you'll develop a power that few ever reach. This belief doesn't come from ego. It comes from understanding that you are capable of more than you've shown so far. It comes from the realization that every great success was once a dream that seemed impossible. And yet here you are, ready to fight for yours. Your actions must match your belief. If you say you believe in your dream, but then act like it's impossible, you're sending mixed signals. You must align your decisions with your vision. If you believe you're going to be successful, your daily actions must reflect that. You must invest time in your dream. You must allocate resources to it. You must treat it like something that is already happening, not something that might happen one day. Winners don't wait for success to show up. They act as if it's already here. They make decisions, take risks, and put in the work as if their dream is inevitable. And because they act that way, it often becomes true. The fight for your dream is not a sprint. It's a marathon. Most people give up too soon because they underestimate the time it takes to build something great. They expect instant results. They get discouraged when progress is slow. But real success is built over years, not weeks. It's developed through consistent effort, through daily discipline, through relentless focus. You must be willing to stay in the game long after most people have quit. You must be ready to work when no one is watching, to push forward when there are no signs of progress, to keep going when the finish line feels impossibly far away. If you can do that, if you can stay committed through the slow times, the frustrating times, the times when nothing seems to be working, you will win. Because most people won't. Most people will stop. Most people will let impatience drive them off course, but you won't. You'll stay in the fight. Patience does not mean waiting passively. It does not mean sitting back and hoping things get better. Patience is active. It's about trusting the process while still pushing forward. It's about knowing that every small step counts. even if you can't see the results yet. It's about understanding that the struggle is part of the story. If you're in a season of delayed results, don't let frustration derail you. Use that time to sharpen your skills. Use that time to build your character. Use that time to prepare for the success that is coming, because it is coming, if you stay committed, if you keep growing, if you refuse to quit. The fight for your dream is also a test of integrity. If you say you're committed to something, but you skip the work, you're betraying your own words. If you set goals, but don't follow through, you're training your mind to doubt yourself. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you weaken your resolve. Every time you excuse laziness, you reinforce failure. Integrity means aligning your actions with your commitments. It means doing what you said you would do, even when no one is watching. It means building a reputation with yourself that is unshakable. When you become a person of integrity, you develop a self-belief that no obstacle can touch. You become someone who knows they will always follow through. And that kind of confidence is a superpower. This fight demands sacrifice. You cannot have a big dream and live a small life. You cannot expect to build something extraordinary while staying comfortably ordinary. Every great success comes with a price. You will have to give up time. You will need to say no to distractions. You will have to let go of habits that keep you stuck. You will have to sacrifice comfort for growth. Most people aren't willing to pay that price. They want the dream, but they don't want the struggle. They want the success, but they don't want the sacrifice. But if you're going to fight for your dream, you must be willing to pay in advance. You must understand that the cost of success is always less. Every day you wake up with a choice. You can hit the snooze button on your ambition, or you can get up and fight for what you want. The battle for your dreams isn't fought in a distant future. It's fought in the moments between waking and sleeping, in the decisions you make when no one is watching. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who take action, who refuse to back down, who understand that every setback is just a setup for a comeback. Your dreams demand more than wishful thinking. They demand effort, resilience, and a willingness to push through when things get tough. Too many people give up too soon. They start with enthusiasm, but when obstacles appear, they slow down. They negotiate with themselves, convincing themselves that maybe their dream wasn't that important after all. This is where most people fail. They let temporary discomfort dictate their future. But the truth is, every great achievement was once considered impossible. Every success story began with someone who refused to accept defeat. There's no secret formula, no shortcut, no magic trick. There's only one way to win, and that's to fight for your dream every single day. The fight begins with clarity. You need to know exactly what you're fighting for. Not a vague idea, not a half-hearted goal. You need a vision so clear that it pulls you out of bed in the morning, so powerful that it drives you to take action even when you don't feel like it. Most people drift through life without a real purpose. They let circumstances dictate their path. They let fear hold them back. But you have to be different. You have to decide that your dream is worth the struggle, worth the late nights, worth the sacrifices. Because if you don't fight for your dream, no one else will. Every day you delay is a day you give up on your potential. Every excuse you make is a step away from the life you could have. It's easy to talk about dreams. It's easy to say you want something. But wanting something is not enough. You have to be willing to do what it takes. You have to be willing to push past the resistance, to break through the doubt, to refuse to let anything stand in your way. This is not about motivation. This is not about feeling inspired for a moment. This is about building a life where your actions align with your purpose. It's about waking up every day and deciding that no matter what happens, you will not back down. You will not give up. You will not let fear or failure define you. Success is not a destination. It's a battle fought daily. It's a commitment to show up, to give your best, to keep going when most people would stop. It's the discipline to push through the pain, the courage to keep moving when everything in you says to quit. This is what separates those who succeed from those who fade away. The ones who win are the ones who keep fighting, even when the fight gets hard. The fight for your dream starts within you. It starts with your mindset. If you believe that obstacles are bigger than you, they will be. If you believe that failure is the end, it will be. But if you believe that every challenge is an opportunity, if you believe that every setback is temporary, if you believe that your dream is worth every struggle, then nothing can stop you. The way you think determines the way you act. If your mind is filled with doubt, your actions will reflect that doubt. If your mind is filled with certainty, with determination, with an unshakable belief in your ability to succeed, then your actions will follow. This is why mindset is everything. Before you can fight for your dream, you must believe in your right to have it. You must believe that you are capable of achieving it. You must train your mind to see obstacles as stepping stones, not roadblocks. Every time you face resistance, remind yourself that the struggle is part of the process. Every time you feel like giving up, remind yourself that every great achievement was built on persistence. Every time you encounter failure, understand that failure is not defeat. It's feedback. It's proof that you are pushing your limits. It's evidence that you are in the arena fighting for something that matters. Your dreams are not too big. Your goals are not unrealistic. The only thing that is holding you back is the belief that you cannot have what you want. And that belief can be changed. That belief can be rewired. That belief can be replaced with something stronger, something that propels you forward instead of holding you back. You need to stop waiting for the right time. There is no perfect moment. There is no ideal set of circumstances. There is only now. The fight starts today. The decision to push forward, to take action, to refuse to let anything stop you. It starts now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when things are easier. Now, every second you waste is a second you are choosing to stay where you are. Every moment you hesitate is a moment you are giving fear more power than your dream. The only way to break free from this cycle is to take action immediately. Not because you feel ready, not because you are sure of success, but because your dream is worth fighting for. When you commit to this fight, everything changes. Your focus sharpens. Your determination grows. Your excuses disappear. You stop looking for reasons to delay and start looking for ways to move forward. Your mind becomes a weapon instead of a weakness. Your actions become deliberate instead of random. And with every step you take, you build momentum. Momentum is the key to success. It's what turns small actions into big wins. It's what converts daily effort into unstoppable progress. But momentum can only be built if you start. It can only be created if you take action. It can only be developed if you fight, even when it feels pointless, even when the results are not yet visible. You must train yourself to act in alignment with your dream every day. Not when you feel like it, not when it's convenient, every day. This consistency is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. This commitment to daily action is what transforms ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. When you wake up each morning, ask yourself, what can I do today to move closer to my dream? Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Because every day is a new opportunity to fight for what you want. Every day is a chance to prove to yourself that you're serious about your future. Every day is a moment to show the world that you are unwilling to settle for anything less than greatness. The fight is not always loud. It's not always dramatic. Sometimes the fight is quiet. It's in the decisions you make when no one is watching. It's in the discipline to do the work even when you're tired. It's in the commitment to keep going even when progress feels slow. This is the real battle. This is what separates those who talk about their dreams from those who actually achieve them. You must become the kind of person who fights for their dream daily, not when it's easy, not when it's popular, not when everyone is cheering you on, but especially when it's hard, especially when you feel alone, especially when it seems like nothing is working. This is when your true character is revealed. This is when your future is being built. The struggle is a sign that you are on the right path. If it was easy, everyone would do it. If there were no obstacles, there would be no growth. The fact that you are facing challenges means that you are pushing your limits. It means that you are stepping outside your comfort zone. It means that you are fighting for something that is worth having. Every time you push through resistance, you get stronger. Every time you refuse to give up, you build confidence. Every time you continue despite the odds, you train your mind to see itself as unstoppable. This is the process. This is how you transform from someone with a dream into someone living that dream. Your dream is not just an idea. It's a calling. It's something that was placed in your heart for a reason. It's something that only you can bring to life. But it will not happen by accident. It will not happen without effort. It will not happen if you do not fight for it every single day. And the fight is worth it. The struggle is worth it. The discomfort is worth it. Because on the other side of this battle is a life that few will ever know. A life where you wake up every day knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. A life where your actions have built your future. A life where you no longer wonder what could have been because you made it happen. This is what you are capable of. This is what your dream can become. But only if you choose to fight. Only if you choose to push forward. Only if you choose to show the world and yourself that you are serious about success. The fight for your dream is not a one-time event. It is a daily commitment, a lifelong battle, a relentless pursuit. And the only question that remains is this: are you willing to do what it takes? Are you ready to step into the arena and fight? Because if you are, nothing can stop you. Every decision you make from this moment forward is a step in that fight. Every action you take is a statement of intent. Every moment you push through resistance is a declaration of your commitment. And every single day that you refuse to back down is a day that brings you closer to the life you were meant to live. The fight begins now. The decision to take control starts now. The moment to prove to yourself that you will not settle begins now. And every moment you waste thinking that success will come without a fight is a moment you give away to doubt and uncertainty. Too many people sit back, waiting for the perfect opportunity, waiting for the right conditions, waiting for someone to hand them a break. That mindset guarantees one thing: a life of regret, a life spent wishing things were different instead of making them different. The truth is, no one ever achieved greatness by playing it safe. No one ever built a legacy by waiting for life to happen to them. Every person you admire, every individual who has risen to the top in any field, has fought for their dream. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't wait for luck. They didn't wait for the obstacles to disappear. They faced the struggle head on And because of that, they created their own opportunities. Fighting for your dream means taking full responsibility for where you are right now. It means understanding that the power to change your life is not in external circumstances, but in your willingness to push forward when things get tough. Too many people blame their situation, their background, their lack of resources. But the truth is, there are people with far less who have built extraordinary lives because they refuse to accept defeat. They refuse to let their past dictate their future. They decided that no matter what happened, they would find a way to win. Every day you wake up, you have a choice. You can choose to be a victim of your circumstances, or you can choose to be the architect of your future. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent, not intelligence, not even opportunity. It's mindset. Those who succeed have trained themselves to see every challenge as a stepping stone, every setback as a lesson, every moment of struggle as an essential part of the journey. They understand that the fight is not a distraction from success. It is the very foundation of success. You cannot build a strong life without facing resistance. Strength is forged in struggle. Confidence is built through overcoming doubt. Character is developed by pushing through discomfort. Every time you avoid the fight, you weaken yourself. Every time you take the easy path, you reinforce the belief that you are not capable of more. But every time you step into the battle, every time you refuse to back down, you grow. You prove to yourself that you are stronger than your excuses, tougher than your obstacles, more determined than the forces working against you. People often underestimate the power of persistent effort. They see success as something that happens overnight, something that is handed to a lucky few. But the reality is, success is built in the dark, in the moments when no one is watching, in the times when you have to push yourself to keep going when everything inside you wants to quit. It is in those moments that you separate yourself from the crowd. It is in those moments that you claim the life you want. Too many people give up too soon. They start the fight, but when the struggle gets real, when the excitement fades, when the results don't come fast enough, they stop. They convince themselves that maybe this isn't meant for them, that maybe they should settle for something smaller, something easier. But the truth is, the dream is not the problem. Their willingness to endure is. They want the outcome, but they don't want the process. And that's why they never get what they really want. The process is where the real work happens. The process is where your limits are tested. The process is where you discover what you're truly made of. If you quit before the process is complete, you will never know what could have been. You will never see how far you could have gone if you had just stayed in the fight a little longer. Most people never realize that the breakthrough they are waiting for is just on the other side of their next challenge. But they never push through. They never stay long enough to find out. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every failure is an opportunity to refine your strategy. Every moment of pain is a step toward greater strength. But you have to be willing to see it that way. You have to train yourself to look at challenges as temporary, as necessary, as the raw material from which success is built. You have to develop the habit of moving forward, even when it feels like progress is slow, even when the results are not yet visible, even when the fight feels heavy. People who win in life don't do so because they never experience difficulty. They win because they learn to thrive in difficulty. They develop a mindset that refuses to be broken. They cultivate a spirit that sees obstacles as fuel, as proof that they are on the right path. They understand that every struggle is a sign that they are growing, that they are getting closer, that they are becoming the kind of person who can handle success. The fight for your dream is not about luck. It's about relentless effort. It's about choosing to move forward when everything inside you tells you to stop. It's about becoming the kind of person who is so committed, so focused, so determined that nothing can shake them. It's about building a life that is so strong, so solid, so unbreakable that failure becomes impossible. You cannot afford to let fear dictate your actions. You cannot afford to let doubt control your decisions. You cannot afford to let comfort steal your future. The price of success is high, but the cost of a life unfulfilled is far higher. Every day that you choose to fight, that you choose to push, that you choose to stay in the game, you are building a future that is worth every ounce of effort. Every fight is personal. It's not about proving something to the world. It's about proving something to yourself. It's about showing yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. It's about building a level of self-respect that comes from knowing you did not back down, you did not shy away, you did not quit. That kind of self-respect is the foundation of true confidence, and true confidence is the key to everything else you want in life. Too many people live in fear of failure. They avoid taking risks because they are afraid of what might happen if things go wrong. But the real failure is not in losing. The real failure is in never trying. The real failure is in never giving yourself the chance to see what you are capable of. The real failure is in living a life dictated by fear instead of driven by purpose. When you fight for your dream, you learn to embrace risk. You learn to take bold action. You learn to trust yourself enough to step into the unknown, knowing that even if you stumble, you will get back up. That's the mindset of a winner. That's the mentality of someone who is destined for greatness. It's not about never falling. It's about always rising. Every great achievement in history was built on the back of struggle. Every innovation, every breakthrough, every moment of change in the world came from someone who refused to accept the status quo. Someone who decided that no matter how hard it was, no matter how long it took, no matter how many times they were rejected, they would keep fighting. They would keep pushing. They would keep believing. That's the kind of spirit you need to develop. The kind of relentless determination that says, I will not back down. I will not stop. I will not settle. The kind of mindset that understands that every moment of resistance is an opportunity to grow, to evolve, to become stronger. The kind of internal fire that refuses to be extinguished by obstacles, setbacks, or failures. The fight for your dream is not something you do once. It's not a short sprint. It's a lifelong commitment. It's a daily decision to show up, to push forward, to refuse to be defined by anything other than your determination. It's about waking up every day with the knowledge that you are in control of your destiny, and that as long as you are breathing, you have the power to change your life. The process of fighting for your dream is where you discover your true potential. It's where you learn what you are made of. It's where you build the kind of character that cannot be shaken by adversity. And that character, once built, becomes the foundation of everything else you will achieve. Winning is not about never losing. It's about learning to lose without being defeated. It's about turning every loss into a lesson, every setback into a setup for a comeback, every moment of doubt into fuel for greater determination. It's about training yourself to see every struggle as evidence that you are on the right path, that you are growing, that you are becoming the kind of person who wins. Every challenge you face is a chance to build resilience. Every struggle is an opportunity to develop mental toughness. Every moment of difficulty is a step toward becoming unbreakable. And the only way to build that inner strength is to keep fighting, to keep pushing, to keep refusing to let anything stop you. The fight for your dream is about becoming the kind of person who does not back down, who does not make excuses, who does not let fear dictate their actions. It's about building a mindset that sees obstacles as temporary, as necessary, as the raw material from which success is built. This is not about waiting for inspiration. It's about taking action. It's about showing up every day, regardless of how you feel, regardless of the challenges, regardless of the setbacks. It's about developing the kind of discipline that says, I will fight for my dream, not because I always feel like it, but because I refuse to let anything stand in my way. The fight is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. The willingness to endure, the courage to keep going, the strength to push through when everything inside you is screaming to stop. That's the difference. That's what transforms a dream into reality. That's what turns a wish into a life of purpose.